line. So they hopped into a stolen car, took Highway 99. And the walls came down all the way to hell. Never saw them when they're standing, never saw them when they fell. The undercover cop never liked the monkey man. Even back in childhood he wanted to see him in the can. Jan got married at 14 to a racketeer named Bill. She made secret calls to the monkey man from a mansion on the hill. It was out on Thunder Road, Tweedle at the wheel. They crashed into paradise, they could hear them die.